Hey, Kumph-Sexuals, it's me, Comfy, here with another epic video. And today's video is about my six college football playoff dark horses going into the 2025 college football season. In case you don't, for some reason, know what a dark horse is a team that's not commonly seen as a college football or a team that will do something, but it's a team that I believe can very well, if everything goes right, be actually really good, and in this case, be a college football playoff team. And there are two SEC teams, two Big 12 teams, one Big 10 team, and one ACC team. This is not no favoritism. This is not none of that. These are just the amount of teams in each power conference that I believe are actually true dark horses into the college football season. Anyway, if you like this video, press the subscribe button, press the post notification so you see every time I upload a video or short. I'm on TikTok and Instagram. If you like this video, you like everything else I do on this channel. Anyway, let's get into the video. All right, let's start with the Big Ten team. We have the Illinois Fighting Illini, which is the team I have going 11-1. This team I think is really, really good, very, very powerful. They have a head coach in Brett Bielema. They have a very good offense that contains quarterback Luke Altmaier, center Josh Kruitz, and lineman J.C. Davis. All three very key players into this offense. This is a team that ended off very good last year, and I think will be even better this year. And I think we'll definitely get into an at-large bid in this playoffs. This is a team that has a very easy schedule, except for teams like Indiana. Of course, I think Duke's going to be pretty damn good, and of course Ohio State, which is the only team I have actually beating them this year. I think this team is going to cruise through their schedule. This schedule is full of teams like USC, Rutgers, Maryland, Wisconsin, Northwestern. This is a team that I think will cruise through the schedule, except for games against like Indiana, Ohio State, and like Duke. But this team, I think, will. Offensively will cruise, definitely. Defensively, I know less about them, but they have linebacker Gabe Jacobs, and I will also say this is the only team that has a special team kicker, David Alano, who was an honorable mention kicker all Big Ten last year. This is a team that I think will definitely be an at-large bid team into the playoffs this coming up year. I think their team's really good. I think their coaches are really good, but also because their schedule is just unbelievably easy compared to a lot of other teams in the Big Ten. They will lose to the best team on their schedule, which is Ohio State, I believe. That's why I have them going 11-1. But if Ohio State was not on that schedule, they would probably go 12-0. Them or Penn State, but I mean, I don't think that's possible because I'm pretty sure you have to face one of those two. But Illinois, 11-1. Let's move on to the ACC team. And here we are, in my opinion, the easiest one of the video, the easiest dark horse to pick. It is the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets out of the ACC. I have them going 10-2. They obviously have Brent Key at head coach. They have a very good offense with Haynes King at quarterback, Jamel Haynes at halfback, and Eric Rivers, a transfer from FIU. He went over 1,000 yards last year. He did have him at receiver. Defensively, I know again less of. I know less of defense than offense, and you'll see that in every single segment. But they have Amari Harvey at cornerback and Jordan Vanderberg at defensive lineman, just to name a couple. This team obviously has, in my opinion, a relatively easy schedule compared to other teams. They obviously have to face Clemson, and they have playing teams like Duke, and of course Georgia at the end of the season. I have them losing to Clemson and Georgia, but this team I do have finishing very high up. They could obviously Georgia Tech can go 8-4, 7-5, but I'm very confident in this team and their offensive weapons and Brent Key to actually be able to do it and have a really, really good season at the end of the day, and possibly be an at-large team in the playoffs outright, or even win the damn conference. This team is very, very good. I'm very confident in them, and I just think this team could be very fun to watch next year. Anyway, let's move on to the SEC. Starting off with the first SEC team of the video, this segment, it is Florida. Florida is seen as, by some people, not even really a dark horse. Some people are basically treating them as favorites and very well likely can win the conference. I would agree if Billy Napier wasn't their head coach. I still have them going 10-2 because how talented they are, and I'm trying to look past that fact that he's their head coach a little bit. But I could very well see his team going 8-4, 7-5, and his ass being booted out of Gainesville. But this team is super talented, and I'm very high on them. They have DJ Lagway, obviously as quarterback, going into his sophomore year. Sadly, he wasn't able to finish the year last year because he had a pretty bad injury in the middle of it. But running back Jaden Baugh, sophomore, and they got a 4-star wide receiver, Vernell Brown III. Very interesting prospect. And obviously defensively, they have a lot of young talent defensively. They have Drake Stubbs, a safety, another 4-star recruit, and an edge guard, Jalen Wiggins, another 4-star recruit. I am not very in tune with Florida as a whole team, but I am very high on their offensive talent and obviously their quarterback. The only thing that would really ruin and derail this is Billy Napier. So if you look past it, I have them at 10-2. I feel like they can very well beat some of the other most of their teams on their schedule, but I don't have them. I obviously don't have them in the SEC championship game. If you want to see up here, but this team is very very interesting. But let's see what happens. Let's see if Billy Napier can somehow fuck this up. In the second dose team of the SEC, we have South Kakalaki. I have them going 9-3, but they could definitely finish higher. This team is coached by Beamer Ball, baby, Beamer Ball. But their offense is what's really holding them up. They have Lenore Sellers, obviously a very, very big prospect coming to the next year's draft. Quarterback, they have Nick Harbor, wide receiver, and going to defense, they have Dylan Stewart, and as linebacker, and Brian Thomas Jr., Senior, another linebacker, not the receiver. This team is very, very fun to think about, and I think this team could very well be an at-large team in the college football playoffs next year. This team is very talented offensively and defensively, and I think their coach is kind of up and down with Shane Beamer, but I think he overall is a pretty decent head coach as a whole. This team is very fun I think it's going to be very fun to watch. Obviously, Lenore Sellers was amazing last year, and I think Dylan Stewart is an amazing linebacker. This team is really 9-3 or 8. I think 8-4 is the floor for this team. But 9-3 is where I have them at, losing 2-3 of some, just losing 3 games. I think that's still a huge year for South Carolina, but I can even picture them going 10-2 this coming up season. Let's see what happens, but let's move on to the 2 teams in the Big 12 who a lot of y'all can probably predict, and because they're basically the same team. All right, Big 12 time. This one's probably going to make me want to throw up just by praising this team in any way. I'm going to have to take a very, very heavy shower after saying this, but the first Big 12 sleeper is the Baylor Bears. Fuck, that hurts to say. I have a stomach ache just saying that. But Baylor, I have going 10-2, sadly. This team is very, very talented. Zoe Robinson scares the shit out of me. Bryson Washington is an amazing running back. Josh Cameron's a really good receiver. And Dawson Pendergrass is a very good backup wide running back as well. They have defense. They have Tevin Williams III and Keaton Thomas, both very talented defensive players. Obviously, they have Dave Aranda as head coach, who saved himself from the electric chair after really building that saving that season, and basically saving his entire ass last year. This team, I think, is absolutely terrifying if they hit their stride and really hit their peak. This team obviously has Sawyer Robertson, who's a really good quarterback. Bryson Washington, amazing running back. This team is absolutely terrifying. I'm shitting my little britches every time I see this team, and because I hate Baylor. I hate everything about them. They ruined their colors. They have now chrome helmets too. Again, they brought those back, but they don't even look good anymore. They look like someone just pissed in a fishbowl and put it on someone's head. This team is the Satan spawn of the college football world. It's them and SMU, but I hate to admit this team is really goddamn good. So after saying that, and I'm going to have to clean my mouth out after that, let's move on to the second Big 12 team. In this one, I'm more excited to talk about. The second Big 12 team, you can see back there, it is the TCU Horned Frogs. I have going 9-3. This team is very exciting to me. The reason why I have them going 9-3 and not higher is because their schedule is very difficult. But I can definitely see them going higher than 9-3. TCU obviously there's not much else to say about them. Offensively, they have Josh Hoover. They have at quarterback, obviously really good. I think is a personally, I think is a NFL prospect. The people just have to see him more, see him shine. They have two really good wide receivers. They have Eric McAllister and Jordan Dwyer. They even have Joseph Manjack out of Houston, who I think is really good. They have running back Jeremy Payne, who I believe is going to have a really big year next year. Defensively, they are way better on the secondary than they are to run, stopping the run. They have nose tackle Marcus Deal. They have edge guard Devin Deal, and they have linebacker Namdi Obiazor. And obviously, also on defense, they have Caleb Elam Orr. This team, I think, can be really goddamn good next year. And obviously, head coach, they have Sonny Dykes. People forget they went to a national championship. I forget what happened in that game, honestly, and I don't think it's really that relevant. But this team is very exciting to me. This team is full of, in my opinion, top Big 12 talent, top Texas talent, and don't tell anybody, Josh Hoover might be my favorite QB in Texas right now until Arch Manning plays the entirety of next season. But as of right now, as I'm talking, Josh Hoover is my favorite quarterback in Texas. All right, I'm saying that right now until week 1 happens, and then I'm like proven wrong of something or whatever, which I don't believe I will be. TCU, I think, could be really goddamn good next year. I think Sonny Dykes is a really good head coach still, even after the mediocre start to say the least, the mediocre start of last year. But this team, I think, has very high highs, but I think their floor is like an 8-win team, regardless of how hard their schedule is. Once they get past the very difficult first half, I think the second half is more than manageable for them to end up going undefeated or just drop one game. This team is very interesting, very fun, and not a fun meeting for the first game for Bill Belichick to have to face this offense. But anyway, those are the two Big 12 teams, and I feel like they're pretty obvious. I'm not talking about Tech; they're obviously a favorite. They're not really dark horses. So let's move on. If you like this video, press that subscribe button, press those post notifications so you get notified every time I upload a video. This is Kumph-E'S. I just rambled. And also, here's a fun fact. In 1960s, NASA had an experiment where they tried to learn more about dolphins, and instead it just turned into giving the dolphins acid or LSD and doing some sexual stuff with dolphins. Anyway, that's about it. See ya. Don't look that up.